Good evening. This is Bill, Holy Virus, the Blind Warrior Gamer, and today I am doing an accessibility review of the new EA Sports Madden NFL 26 on Nintendo Switch 2. So this game is touted to be accessible, and it comes complete with a screen reader and narration functions to help assist visually impaired or blind players to play the game. Unfortunately, there are some significant issues with this screen reader functionality, and it makes it difficult to impossible to play the game when you are visually impaired or blind. So when you get into the game, it will help you set up your narration and give you the option to turn it on right off the bat. And so obviously I turned it on. Volume is set to maximum on the screen reader, and you cannot change the voice, nor can you change its speed. The other issue that you're going to run into is that moving around the game using the narrator is very latent and slow. It makes it difficult to do a lot of different things within the game. This is from just navigating the menus to selecting your plays. There are also some functions within the screen reader that are completely missing and make certain modes of the game impossible to even use. So one of the first modes that is the most popular mode, to my understanding, in Madden is the Ultimate Team, which is the card collection game. I just tried to enter it and it didn't enter it. I'm going to try it again. There we go. Now it's responding. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Ultimate Team. A little bit of loading time here on the Switch 2. Not too bad, but it can be a little slow. So now once you're in, you have some options that you can choose from, right? So let's say I want to do versus CPU. Entering the screen, and then that's it. Nothing. I could join an event, lineups, rewards. So I can go ahead and select one of these. Let's say if I want to look at the rewards, right? So we'll select that. Now I'm in the reward screen. Nothing gets read to me. I have no idea what's in here. I don't know what my options are for reward selection. I don't know what the pack options are. It literally tells me nothing. Now, the other problem that I have is what buttons do what on the screen? Can I, how do I get around? How do I move around? So A, I know is already accept. B is going to go back, but other buttons, it doesn't tell me. So, I don't know what my other options are for controls within the screen to be able to navigate and access the menus. It's just a matter of pressing buttons and playing around, and hopefully something actually hits. So here, okay, there we go. Solo champions.
Solo champions, easy.
Easy.
Join event.
If I want to join an event, let's see.
Solo champions, easy. Solo champs, silver, and collectible.
Here we go. Collectibles. What am I collecting? It doesn't tell me. Up and down arrows, it moves something around, but I don't know what it's moving around, and then it just vibrates when I reach the end of the menu. But there's no narration to tell me what's going on. So it's a significant problem for anyone who has any type of a visual impairment wanting to play this game or this mode. It does the same thing with the cards. If you can find your way to the cards, it does not read them to you. It does not tell you what the stats are. It does not tell you who the player is. You literally have no information. So we're going to go ahead and back out of the Ultimate Team. And we're going to go into Superstar mode. Now, just as a note, there are some issues with the Superstar mode, and I'm going to try to show those off to you. Now, there is a crash bug with Superstar mode and the screen reader. sometimes when you load Superstar mode and it goes into the Combine, and they start talking, it'll lag, and then the Switch will tell you that the game has crashed. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to see if it does it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you run into the audio issue and the crash bug, then if you press A within the first 3 seconds of the broadcasters talking and skip the cutscene, then it will proceed and not crap out. But we're going to see if it plays through here.
I'm Kate Scott. So happy to welcome you here for another year.
All right, so it does seem that it's going to go ahead and proceed this time. Doesn't look like it's going to crash. So we're going to go ahead and go into this menu here. And yes, I named the player after myself just because I can, for shits and giggles. But as you can see here, nothing is being narrated to me. I don't know what I'm technically supposed to be doing. And this is supposed to be for the 40-yard dash event. Now, I went online and looked up what the controls are for it. This one does not have a changing timed action event option in it, unlike the 20-yard shuttle drill does. And so the 20-yard shuttle drill is just something that you're never going to actually be able to complete properly, because it just doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do to be able to proceed through this. Now, I don't know what other options I have other than I know that if I hit A, it will advance. If I hit B, Y, X, LR, ZL, ZR, anything, I don't know what those things will do. Now, I do, again, know what the controls are to start and then perform this particular event as well as the next couple. It's a lot of trial and error to try to get through it. But I'm going to go ahead and just do this real quick, and then I'm going to show you another problem that I've run into. So, controller's going to vibrate, pull the sticks down, we'll do the countdown, release, and then ZLZR like crazy, right? And then B, and that completes the run.
Missed the mark. He said he wanted to run better than that, but that run was much closer to average than exceptional.
2025 quarter packs.
Now, I wasn't trying to get the best run here. This is just an example to show you guys how this works, because I've actually been able to get it down to about a 4.3. But it takes a lot of practice and trial and error. Now, it's got the quarterback list. I'm in the menu. I can navigate the menu. You can hear it beeping, but it's not reading to me anything. So I don't know what's on screen. I don't know what my time is. I don't know what person I'm looking at, who's ahead of me, who's behind me. The only way that I knew that I could get down to a 4.3 is that I shared my screen with somebody on Discord, and they were able to tell me, oh, you did a 4.3. Actually, I had a really good time. But outside of having visual assistance, I don't know. So now if I hit A, it'll advance. And it's giving me some other screen with detail that I can't read. And the screen reader isn't giving me that information. Now, through the audible assistance of a friend, I know that if I hit the X button, I can retry the event. And so then it'll change the screen.
Are you sure you want to retry?
Are you sure you want to retry the event? Now, the only reason why I know this is because I had somebody tell me. Right by default, it always starts you on no. But if I hit the up arrow to go to yes, it doesn't read it to me. Go back down to no, it doesn't read it to me. So there's a serious issue with the inability to really know what you're doing without sighted help when it's supposed to be narrated to you and give you all of the information that you need to be able to play the game successfully. I think that what EA really needs in this situation is an accessibility advisor to sit down with the developers and say, hey, this is what's working, this isn't what's working, and these are what we need as a visually impaired or blind player to be able to successfully play the game. This is just something that I think should happen. Whether or not it ever will, I don't know. I do know that companies like NetherRealm Studios had an accessibility advisor, which helped greatly with Mortal Kombat 1. even though it uses the same janky female screen reader that we got here, their screen reader functionality is far more robust and far more detailed, where there is a serious lack of information that's read out to a visually impaired player within this environment. So I'm going to try to back out of this here. Will it let me back out? It doesn't look like I can. Let's do this.
Coming up, here he is in the fourth.
Can I? Okay, there we go.
Superstar minigame
So I have to get into the minigame screen.
Game is selected.
I'm going to quit the game.
Entering. Yes, exit to menu.
Now there, the selection options work properly. But when you're trying to retry an event, they don't. So it's kind of a hodgepodge, hit or miss, what works and what doesn't.
Entering main menu screen.
So now,
Quick play is selected.
we're going to go to quick play.
Pro Bowl. Superstar Co. Pro Bowl.
We're just going to go
Play now.
play now. I think I had a saved game, which I'm going to just see if I can skip
play
it.
Now, screen play now. You have 17 options.
Oh, okay, cool.
Favorite teams game Buffalo Bills at Chicago Bears is selected.
We'll do that.
Entering team select screen. The Chicago Bears, the home team, are selected.
I'm a huge Bears fan.
Ready.
Sorry, but go Bears. I'm not apologetic for that.
Edit uniforms submenu.
I'm
Ready.
hoping that Caleb Williams has a great season. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. The presentation seems like it's fairly decent. The commentary is good. The information that you can get out of some of the submenus within this game mode work okay. Let's see if we can just skip this cutscene. No, because it's loading. There it goes. Okay. So
Entering play call screen.
here we are in the play call screen.
Return middle.
And it's just really latent on moving around the screen and selecting my play call. So we're going to get the kickoff.
Week 2 of the preseason, and we're off on EA Sports. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
So I don't...
Here come the Bears and their
Okay, so I am starting with the ball.
Entering play call.
So here we are in the play call screen.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. HP dive is selected.
So it gives me some basic options.
HP slim.
But you can see that it's really
22 Z. HP dive. Empty and stick and nod.
slow
HP dive.
to navigate the play call menu, which can be a serious problem because you don't know what your play clock is. I don't know who's going to have the ball. I don't know who I change players to. It's a guess. So HP dive. 6-yard gain. But again, I don't know really what's going on here.
Wide zone.
So we're going to go
Mesh spot. Wide zone.
wide zone play, which I believe is a pass play for the Bears. So I don't know who my receivers are as far as button-wise goes. I assume it's going to be A, X, Y, L, B, and B. So here we go.
Now Williams. I had a defender draped all over me.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Quick forward, quick short
All
post.
things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place.
So I don't know like which player I'm targeting when I'm trying to pass the ball. I don't know which player is interacting with me. Just again, I still don't know what my play clock looks like. I don't know where I'm at on the field.
Entering play call. Suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. 26 low is selected.
I don't even know what's going on here. I'm just going to run. I just don't know what I'm doing at this point.
HDSO. Inside zone.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive
All right.
coordinators use to just get their quarterback
So we're
and
going to
their
go ahead
passing
and
game into some sort of
get
rhythm.
myself
Easy pitch and
a
catch,
play
get
here.
the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20.
This is actually the best that I think I've played so far since I've been practicing this and trying to get used to playing it. And this is just giving you guys an idea of what this looks like, and then once we get into
Enter FB dive.
we're gonna go
Mesh. AHP power O. Papel on sale.
no, we're not. We're gonna go here. See what I can do here with this play. So we're gonna go ahead and snap it. Step back. Run. No gain.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient
Entering
and see if
play
a hole pops,
inside zone.
it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna snap it off.
Williams to throw on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one.
Entering play call. Coach
It's a short pass.
There are 8 categories.
I actually want to get to where
Fade stops. 4 verticals.
I'm doing a kick, because that's another accessible problem with this game is the kicking.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
He was
Okay.
looking to get it to DJ Moore.
It
And
happens.
It's going to be 4th down.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and try the field goal, right?
Miscommunication there now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that
Enter
the quarterback
field
and
goal
the wide
31
receiver
yard. Pick
were on the
FGY
same page
shovel.
on that last pass.
Field goal 31 yards.
All right, so here we are. We're gonna do the field goal.
Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal.
I have no
This is a
idea
31-yard attempt.
what the meter's gonna be.
Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one.
See what I see? I don't know. There's no vibration feedback. There's no audible feedback. There's no way to know what's going to happen
Entering
with the
play
kick.
Now screen, you have 8 options. Resume is selected.
Now,
Call to out is selected.
some of the
Challenge play is selected.
options here
Celebrations.
work okay.
Stats. Coaching.
For example, here if I go into like the stats,
Pop-up menu, you have 2 options. Game stats is selected.
these work fine.
Player stats. Game stats. Player stats. Game stats.
Go game stats.
Entering screen teams. First downs home 2 aways. Total offense home 51 away 0. Rushes yards bar TDS home 1 bar 0 bar 0 away 0 bar 0 bar 0. Yards per rush home 0 0 away 0 point. Combat bar TDS home 5 bar.
So
Yards per
that works
pass home
fine.
7 3.
Um,
Entering play now. Coaching.
I don't know
Stats.
about player stats.
Player
Let me
stats.
take a look just to see.
Entering screen player stats. Team Kai. Player name C. Williams. QB rating 92.0. Completions 5.
Now, see, this works fine.
7. QB
I was
rating
concerned about that. I hadn't
Entering
actually
play
tested that
now
yet, so
screen,
that's
you have
good.
options. Stats
But
is selected.
again, there are
Enter
still
coach.
accessibility
Quick
issues
resume.
within the game.
Quick game is selected.
Now, I did go
Entering
and
yes,
post
exit to menu.
a forum post on the EA forums under their bug reports about the lack of accessibility and how
No.
so many
Yes,
of
exit
the
to menu.
options are missing. And I'm really hoping that they take a look at some of this, because it really is frustrating not being
Entering
able to
play now,
know
screenplay now. You have
what's
17
going on.
options. Favorite
The
teams,
other
name
one that I
Buffalo
want
Bills
to
and
point
Chicago
out, actually,
Bears.
that's
Entering main
kind
menu
of
screen vertical
important,
list, you have 11
um,
options. Quick play is selected. Horizontal
and I don't
list,
think I
you
could
have
get
3
to it from
options.
here.
Play now is selected. Online head to head is select.
But
Enter
if you
super
look
friend.
at
Enter ultimate team is
the-
selected. Edit accessibility is selected.
we're going to check on our
Settings
controls.
is selected.
Settings.
Media music. Edit setting. View music. Edit settings.
Settings.
Entering settings screen. Accessibility is selected.
Accessibility.
Game auto subs is game.
Here
Audio
we go.
settings is
That's what I wanted to
game.
show you. Controls.
Entering game control screen. Ball carrier is selected.
So you go into the game controls options. Oh,
Main menu screen.
my mistake.
Settings is
I hit the wrong button.
horizontal. Entering settings. Auto subs is select. Entering game control screen. Passing.
I have
Ball
no
carrier.
idea what the controls are. It doesn't allow me to highlight each of the options for the buttons to where I can be told what they are. What they should have done
Passing.
is, let's say I want to go passing. I should be able to hit A, and it should then move me to the controller area, right, where it's got the buttons listed, and I should be able to press a button, and it would tell me what that button does, and then give me like a keyboard, or not a keyboard, a key binding on the controller, where, okay, if you want to get out of the the layout test menu screen, hold Y and B while pressing L3, and then it'll get you out of that to go back to the menu or something, just to make it to where you can say, okay, what does B do? What does A do? What does Y do? What does X do? L1, L2,
Auto subs is selected.
R1, R2. It doesn't give you that option
Entering game
to be able to
control screen.
get
Ball
an
carrier
idea
is
of what the
selected.
controls are. And so as a blind player, the only way that we can go and get information on what the controls are is we have to look them up online and then have the screen reader read them to us there. And then you have to make sure that you're getting the control schemes for the correct version, because obviously some of the button layouts are a little bit different. The Xbox controls are going to be backwards from the Nintendo controls, and the PlayStation controls use completely different button layouts. So, and then, if you're playing on PC, you got your keyboard controls versus gamepad controls versus mouse controls. And then, you get people like me who take, like, I use my Nintendo Wii U controller on my computer, but then the gamepad has to be seen as an Xbox controller, so then the layout's different. So there's a lot of problems with the inability to know as a blind gamer what buttons do what on which systems. This is going to be a problem across the board for every version of the game. This is not just a Nintendo Switch 2 issue. The screen reader is not just a Nintendo Switch 2 issue. This is a problem that is going to be across all platforms because the core code is the same across everything. And it's a failure within the Frostbite engine on how they are using the narrator to give information to the player. I really hope that this video gets some kind of traction, and I really hope that this gets pushed out there so that we can get this game to be more accessible to vision-impaired players. I know a lot of blind guys that play Madden on PS4, on PS5, and then obviously you've got me here on the Switch 2. I've played it previously on PC. Before I went blind, I used to play Madden on Nintendo Wii U. And on Xbox 360. So this is a franchise that I like, and I don't want to lose the ability to play it because I can't see anymore. But when the accessibility is severely broken in this version compared to older versions of the game, where like in 2021, 2022, those versions were far superior in terms of accessibility than this is. And so it creates a situation where when I tell other blind players about this, they're going to be like, well, why am I going to waste my money on it? And I would agree with them. I paid almost $80 for this game. And there are segments of the game right now that I cannot even touch. It's just a waste of money. So EA, get it fixed, man, because this isn't cool for people who spend good money on a product that you're touting is accessible and come to find out it's not. If they make any changes to the accessibility through patching, or if I get any feedback from them on the forum post that I put up on their EA forums, I will be happy to let everyone know that that information is available. I'm also going to put a link to this video in my EA post, and hopefully they get a look at it and see what I'm talking about, and maybe we can get some of these things fixed. I don't have anything else to say on this matter right now other than I'm very disappointed in Madden 26. I will still continue to try to play it just because I like football, and it's the only game in town. And hopefully we've got some better things to come via some patches or hot fixes in the near future. So with that, everyone, take care. Have a nice night. Again, please hit that like button and subscribe, and please share this with your friends. I would like to get to 200 subscribers and try to build a community of gamers, both visual and visually impaired or blind, to try to just build a community of people who can play games together and just ignore the fact that there are people with the disability and that we can play the games just as well as anybody else. Just need to have certain things that are put in place that make it possible. So yeah, with that, everyone take care. Have a good night. Peace.